Without objection.
House Resolution 78 provides for a structured rule providing for consideration of H.R. 50, the Unfunded Mandates Information and Transparency Act, and H.R. 527, the Small Business Regulatory Flexibility Improvements Act. Mr. Speaker, every year bureaucrats in Washington impose thousands of regulatory mandates on local governments and small businesses. Those mandates can be costly, stretching city and state budgets and making it harder for American businesses to hire. The Unfunded Mandates Information and Transparency Act, H.R. 50, will ensure that the people who write these regulations in Washington know exactly what they're asking the American people to pay and whether the cost of compliance might make it harder for family businesses to meet payroll and stay afloat. H.R. 50 will force Washington to think carefully about regulatory costs before it passes them on to Americans. This bill is about transparency and accountability and is something Democrats and Republicans can all support. In 1995, Congress passed the Bipartisan Unfunded Mandates Reform Act, UMRA, legislation designed to prevent the federal government from imposing mandates onto state and local governments or private businesses without policymakers or the public knowing the cost of such policies. UMRA's main objective was to force the federal government to estimate how much unfunded mandates would cost local governments and businesses and rein in out-of-control mandates. UMRA ensured public awareness of the crushing financial burden of federal mandates on employers and state and local governments. However, UMRA has not been amended since 1995, and some subtle changes are needed to preserve and improve on the Act's initial purposes. UMRA was a good bill, but over time, some shortcomings became apparent, such that the Clinton and later Obama administrations issued executive orders to fix the loopholes within it. H.R. 50 has bipartisan DNA, Mr. Speaker. It codifies those administrative fixes championed by Presidents Clinton and Obama and promotes good government accountability and transparency. As a testament to this fact, the bill is co-sponsored by two of my Democrat colleagues here in the House, Representatives Colin Peterson and Loretta Sanchez. I owe them a debt of gratitude for their efforts in promoting this common sense bill. The text of H.R. 50 has passed the House on a bipartisan basis 3 times in the 112th and 113th Congress. The bill most recently was favorably reported by the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. A common refrain in this business is that, quote, nobody wants to see how the sausage is made, end quote, meaning that the process of drafting and passing legislation is so ugly that it would repulse people. In this case, I disagree. I'm extremely proud of this. I'm proud of the process by which it has been advanced in the House. I've had the pleasure of working with colleagues from both sides of the aisle on this measure, and I appreciate their support in council. The Unfunded Mandates Reform and Transparency Act of 1995 was a model for bipartisanship, and my hope is that this bill leaves a similar legacy. I urge all of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support this rule and the underlying bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.